I guess you all feel the same. We want to go to the cinema and watch these films again. But before we have a chance to do so, I'd like to ask Theo Bierkens to the stage, cinematographer and one of the founding members of the Netherlands Society of Cinematographers. Theo, welcome.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. When within the Netherlands Society of Cinematographers, the idea came up to initiate the Robby Müller Award, it was immediately clear that it could only be realized in close cooperation with Andrea Müller-Schirmer. Andrea is so much connected to Robby's work and preserves us with enormous dedication. For both Andrea and the NSC, the International Film Festival Rotterdam is by far the best partner, originally Dutch, but with a strong international approach. IFFR is among the finest film festivals worldwide. And this is exactly how Robby Müller is positioned, a Dutchman who worked without boundaries in a premier league of filmmaking. To initiate an international film award, you need good reasons. But first of all, we do not consider it a contest. This award is not a competition. A jury selects a cinematographer or visually gifted filmmaker, and that's it. For the NSC, this award reflects two basics. The first one is to honor Robby Müller and to keep his legacy alive. His work is being admired by so many people, among them important filmmakers. Inspired by his vision, modesty and very keen eye, his gift to adapt style and look to the circumstances and most of all to the story. He managed to lift an actor, a scene, the film to another level. He was a director's gift from heaven and a poet, a true poet with his images. We want to keep this alive and expand it where we can. The second reason for this award is just as important. We would like to encourage and even force current cinematographers and other filmmakers to reopen their eyes and look for experiment, for a more outspoken way in visual storytelling. Filmmaking is an art that needs to progress, that needs to evolve. Like Robby, we need to keep searching for new ways of framing and lighting. We need to embrace intuition, and we need to explore, serving the story and making it better. The Netherlands Society of Cinematographers is very proud and wishes to thank Andrea for her efforts and trust, and we would like to thank the IFFR for a warm cooperation. We also thank our generous sponsors who made this award possible.
Now it's an honor to invite to the stage Robby's wife, Andrea Müller-Schirmer. Please join me in welcoming Andrea.
Unfortunately, I lost my voice. It was better in the morning, and now it's gone again, but I do my best, and maybe when I talk a while, it will come back. I hope so. So I just want to say something about the meaning of this award for me, for the family, which is here, the children of Robby and one of his grandsons. And of course, we are very, very proud, but I think the one who would be most proud would be Robby by himself. When he was ill the last years, he got a lot of awards, and every award, every celebration of his work, he was so surprised about it. And I don't know, maybe he sees us. I think he really would be proud of this, because his whole life he did something from his passion, and he could inspire with his passion. He did really lovely, beautiful work, and he could inspire so many people. He influenced many people, and how great is this when you pass away and your legacy is still celebrated and you still inspire artists and other filmmakers. And I think maybe now we talked a lot already about Robby, and I would concentrate on Diego. So this morning, we were lucky that we could spend this morning together. So we went to the gallery for Robby's Polaroids, and I could talk a little bit better than now. and Diego asked me, about Robby's work, and I asked Diego about his approach of work, and there were so many similarities. And one of the very unexpected similarities was when we were in the gallery, then there are different themes of the Polaroids, and a few of them are from nature and flowers. And I said to Diego, oh, you know, this Robby did a lot of this because actually before he wanted to be a cinematographer, he was a biologist. And you were standing like this and said, well, me too. And that was so surprising. And then later we talked also about what is important. And I think this award also stands for this. I think this award stands for, as a tribute for Robby, as an honor for an already working professional, but it already stays for the encouragement and something we both agreed, and I know Robby always said this, that you stay to what you want, that you really, really do what your feelings are and be honest to yourself. Because I said to Diego, I think also finding somebody who deserves this award, I think for me it's important that you make the right choices in films. And Robby always did it, and everything comes together. I see him as a passionate worker, and now we can encourage with his love for the movie and making the choices with really stuck to your stomach, stuck to your guts, to what you really believe in. That is what I think can encourage the younger generation to go on and to find this and do this. And before, now I want to say something about the jury. So the jury of the award consists of 6 people, 2 cinematographers from the Netherlands Society of Cinematographers. It was Richard van Oosterhout, Josje van Erkel, and 2 programmers from Yevgeny. 2 programmers from IFFR, Gerwin Damsma and now I said it, Yevgeny Guciaczynski. And then there are 2 people in the jury which is closer to Robby's network. One is me, and the other one was Jay Rabinowitz, who edited a lot of films, Jim Jarmusch shot, and Sarah Driver. And you told me that your most inspiring film of Robby was Dead Man. So Jay edited it and sends you a big mazel tov. And he's not the only one. And we will see who congratulates you else.
Hola, Diego. Good evening. I'm very happy for you. Working with you was one of the best experiences for me. I remember when you just arrived from Mexico to Thailand and you started working right away as if you had lived there forever, even with this different language, different tradition. You were calm, very calm, like a monk, and that was infectious. The team members were calm and cool as a result, even though some of them tried to jeopardize that by teaching you some bad words, but you survived. For me, the point of making a film is not about the film itself as a product, but about this joy of living together, of solving problems, and sharing the same dream. And your patience and your sensitivity had brought a beautiful dream. Your lights, full of colors, were the best souvenir for us. I remember you once said that you wanted to quit filming and to farm, to do something with your hands. While I think that's a wonderful plan, but I'm also glad that you haven't done that and continue to give us these amazing ways to look at lights and at life. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias, Diego. Congratulations. Felicitaciones de mi parte y tus amigos en Tailandia. Te queremos mucho. Que tengas unas gran fiesta esta noche.
Hi, my name is Gabriel Mascaro from Brazil. I had the opportunity to work twice with Diego García, and he's an amazing artist. He's a very visionary cinematographer who brings life and humanity to the frame. And I'm super pleased to the Rotterdam Film Festival to be one of the first festivals to create an important recognition to the art of light, the art of cinematography. And Diego García being the first to receive this recognition is such a special remark. What to say? I love you, Diego, and I hope that after this night your fee is not that expensive, so we can be able to work again.
Hi, Diego. Do you remember me? I'm Jen. Congratulations, boy. You so cool.
So I try it again. And before I am going to read the statement of the jury, I just sit there and thought I would like to also say that I think with you, Diego, we found the real first great one. After I met you today, talk with you today, after I listened to your masterclass, I think you're really the perfect first recipient. Already in ancient Greece, many centuries before Christ, competitions among playwrights were established. Remarkably, the god of judging is Agon, from whom we take the word agony. Can we then conclude that since the ancient times, jury duty in general will come with more pain than pleasure? The pleasure, obviously, for all who think of themselves as cinephiles, lies in seeing, re-seeing, discussing and singing the praises of powerful films by talented people. The agony lies not in disagreements between jury members with a different background or taste, but in realizing there are others who equally deserve the honor as well. And yet, there can only be one winner. So it came as a relief when we, as a jury, realized we all wanted to give the first Robby Müller Award to Mexican international director of photography Diego García. He has worked on some of the greatest films made in the past decade, and indeed with some of the most interesting and influential filmmakers, who, however diverse, can call be visionaries. What word do we use for the eye of the visionary? Garcia's early work in features showed his knack for independent sensibilities, be it raw psychological realism or slow-burning docufiction. Yet the films that have made him one of the most sought-after, most revered contemporary cameramen are obviously also the ones that caught the eye of the jury of the Robby Müller Award. Apichatpong Weeresatekul mentioned in one interview that what García brought to Cemetery of Splendour was sensitivity with light, and how he fit so well because of the way he talked about dreams and the beauty of everyday life. This sensitivity for dreamy and hypnotic states, yet somehow with an enormously powerful physical presence and a great awareness of the natural world, one can detect in Carlos Reygadas' Nuestro, Tiempo, Gabriel Mascaro's Neon Ball and Divine Love, and in his images for Nicholas Winding, reference to Old to Die Young. The gorgeous tableau that make up American director Paul Dano's wildlife show not only Garcia's versatility, but also an underlying craftsmanship. Perhaps most of all, it proves his singular capacity as a translator of ideas and feelings into images, and like Robby Müller, as an invisible medium to a mysterious reality, pushing cinema in new directions. Diego García's visual language is always convincing, effortlessly constructed, and never intrusive. With a clearly recognizable style, that is fully supportive of the narrative, the viewer senses a freedom, the camera becomes a mere device, becomes more than a mere device, but an embodied, curious, open-minded eye. Conclusively, the jury feels there is a direct line from Robby Müller's ideas about his profession and his art to the contemporary practice of Diego García. Yes, okay. So Diego, this is, I'm very lucky. I said it yet, but I say it again. Very lucky to present you this award. It's a print. You saw it maybe today in the gallery. And I wanted to tell you that I choose it for you. Yeah, and because I thought it's an image of a cinematographer who travels a hotel room with a bunch of clothes, and these red light bulbs, they remembered me on the light in Cemetery of Splendour, the corner light. So, yeah, I forget what is regie. So. Shall I take it? Maybe you want to say a word of thank you.
Well, I have no words to describe what I'm feeling right now. It's such an honor to be here this moment. Thank you to Andrea, to the old Dutch community of cinematographers, to the film festival. I am very emotional right now, so sorry. Being related or connected with Robby Müller, creativity and art form, it means so much to me. It's so important because he, in a way, helped me and inspired me at some point of my life to do what I do now. And I always thought that there was something very magical and very special about the way he shot films, the films that he chose to do and how he did them. And now being here and seeing his name and mine, it's very special. So thank you.
Well, Diego, congratulations again, and I think we will all celebrate in the lobby and have a drink and drink to your good health and your talent. Thank you.